This one's a little lighter than a couple of my recent ones, and the last of the personal photos for a while. Includes two backstories to explain the significance of the photo and the car in it particularly, as well as the poem that follows. The first of the stories took place in about 1967, at which time I was still thinking seriously about an English major. That included a mandatory class with a female teacher who became strangely enamored and fixated upon me, constantly referenced me in class, called me pretty boy, patted my cheek, and even sat on my lap. And that wasn't that easy considering the size that I was at the time. She wasn't exactly small, and the desk was not designed for either of our bulk. My wife and I found this amusing, though I'm sure that today we could think of it in terms of sexual harassment. And we did see it as somewhat troubling, but there was never any follow-up after class or subsequent to the class. Second story, in 1967, or I'm sorry, in 1980, I purchased a 1967 Cougar that then and now defined the ultimate driving experience for me. I had to sell it after making a disastrous career move, but always thought I'd get another, and I finally found the opportunity and accomplished that goal in 1996 when I found one with less than 30,000 miles on it in immaculate condition, and I bought it. And I was in hog heaven for weeks, but I found myself stressing about the care of it, worrying about every possible ding, and quickly learned that I was not a curator. So I sold it rather than deal with the stress. And then, as the years progressed, I have been engaged in a mixed success battle trying to duplicate the driving experience of that Cougar. The poem pretty well tells the story. Cougars. The car. 1980. Golden bronze and leather top. Not the English prof who sat on my lap, as the car was being made 13 years before. The car I had to sell to buy a pickup after talking myself out of my second career. 1996. Settling into the prosperity that came with stability and an empty nest, I found another 67 wearing sea mist green and less than 1,000 miles per year. I relished the feel I had almost forgotten. Time at the wheel enhanced even more by thumbs up and admiring glances, but could not permit it to own me, fretting about every possible ding or careless passenger. 2013. Knowing the finitude of my driving days, I bought a 6-year-old CTS with the power and feel I loved, but the second worst car I've ever owned. 2018. Slow learner that I am, I now drive a 14-year-old LS with all I've cherished from my Cougar love, plus the sounds of Thunder Road, but clamber to fit its confines, as the prof did my desk.